I've tried really hard to care as much about Bitcoin as a lot of people tell me I should, and I just can't. I just can't devote the time and the energy to it. And at some point, I may very much regret that. At the moment, I don't. And look, I've got a whole bunch of super smart friends who I respect tremendously who are big Bitcoin advocates. But look, to me, I think if we can agree that the end game here of sorts is a central bank digital currency, and there are all sorts of reasons why that makes all the sense in the world for policymakers to institute. On that alone, having competing digital currencies with a central digital currency is not something I see being allowed. And it's very simplistic for me, but that's only because I don't spend my life immersed in the Bitcoin world trying to understand it. As my friend Tony Deeden said so perfectly, it's just not suitable for me, and that's how I feel about it. But if you control the on-ramps and the off-ramps between cryptocurrencies and fiat currency, it's kind of all you really have to do. And so, look, I'm the worst person in the world to talk about it. I understand the reasons for it. I understand the philosophical argument for it, and I absolutely agree with that 100%. I think it's become much more about the price of Bitcoin, as it became about the price of gold, and not necessarily the value of Bitcoin. The value is subjective, and it's still to be proven over multiple cycles. It's become all about the price, and for me, I just don't care about it enough, and I feel bad saying that, but it's the truth. I'm not going to lie to you and pretend I know a lot about Bitcoin. I'm going to tell you that I've looked at it and I understand what it's about and I sympathize. I just can't find a way to care about it enough, I'm afraid. We have a precedent with gold being banned in the United States by Executive Order 6102 in 1933. That was done, so we know it can happen. And anyone that says it can't happen again is out of their minds. I think gold and Bitcoin offer a very different threat to fiat currency or official currency, whatever you want to call it. Cryptocurrencies allow you to move massive amounts of wealth around the world anonymously. And gold, while it does that, there is that physical component to it that doesn't make it quite as easy to move $100 million click of a mouse. So I think if we get to that world of repression and currency controls, then I think cryptocurrency offers a bigger threat than gold does, simply because the majority of gold owners in the world are small. I mean, most of them are in Asia and they own a few gold coins, and that's not really something governments are going to want to go after. They might put caps on how much gold you can own. We don't know, but it's absolutely not beyond the realms of possibility. But the ease, one would imagine, of stopping crypto is easier than that of gold. I think with anything, if you make it illegal to own, most people will sell it because they don't want to break the law. The same probably goes for gold, except that for that to be the case, you would need to make it illegal in places like India. Good luck with that. In places like Vietnam, good luck with that. Making gold illegal in countries like that, it's just not going to happen. It just won't work. So look, there's absolutely no way gold is completely safe from this idea of confiscation. But if I owned Bitcoin and I owned some gold coins, in a sock drawer, I'd probably be more worried about them coming from my Bitcoin before they came from my gold, because I just think it'll be simpler to create problems for Bitcoin, and Bitcoin will be in direct competition with a central bank digital currency, which gold won't be.